Is that it? Is it the polar bear with a bunch of Rybex around it? I'm gonna rest until healed real quick so that I'm not, like, swinging at them in vain. It is? Neat. That is a good beast. I suppose we need to kill the rest of these. They're not doing anything, but I Look, they gave it their best, okay? The technology wasn't... Oh no, do I have to wait with the bear? It's so slow. I did. It's the best technology they had, okay?
I mean, it's the...
They can't... No, you can't trust these guys to do that. They get stuck on everything. It can be an open field and they'll clip through the geometry and end up under the world. All because you weren't looking at them. It's either that or PUBG. Maybe super people. I don't know, man. Okay, come on. Please. Oh my god, no. Please don't. Please don't. Don't you dare paralyze me. I can do it to you. You are not allowed to do it to me. Oh, thank God we're here. We good? Sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Good boy. What's the next thing? Don't think so. You have returned the gifts of the beasts. Once again, the good beasts will feed the skull when they are hungry, clothe them when they are cold, and protect them in times of need. Avar's strength had returned, so he traveled on to the tree stone. Though the good beast did not follow him when he arrived, the Allfather spoke to him. The first trees are gone and must be replanted. Find the seed and plant the first tree. Avar traveled again through the Herstang forest, searching for the seeds of the first tree, but he could find none. Then he spoke to the tree spirits, the living trees. They told him that the seeds had been stolen by one of the Falmer, for they are the servants of the adversary. Ah, there's some heavy racism in here. And this Falmer was hiding them deep in the forest so that none would ever find them. Avar traveled to the deepest part of the forest, and there he found the evil Falmer. Surrounded by the lesser tree spirits, Avar could see that the spirits were in his thrall, that he had used the magic of the seeds and spoken their secret name. Avar knew he could not stand against such a force and that he must retrieve the seeds in secret. Avar reached into his pouch and drew out his flint. Gathering leaves, he started a small fire outside the clearing where the Falmer and the ensorcelled spirits milled. I've never heard of that word before. All the Skull know the spirits' hatred of fires, but the fires ravaged the trees they serve. At once the nature of the spirits took hold and they rushed to quell the flames. During the commotion, Avar snuck behind the Fulmer and snatched the pouch of seeds, stealing away before the evil being knew they were gone. When Avar returned to the tree stone, he planted the tree in the ground, and the Allmaker spoke to him. The gift of trees is restored. Once again, the trees and the plants will bloom and grow. I got a sneak, it looks like. Tree stone, southwestity, between a couple of rivers. South and westity. Goodbye, good beast. Tree stone. There's a tree stone somewhere about you. It's a bit more this way. Nothing like the sideways hops, really. Get the Morrowind juices flowing. Travel east and find the one who has stolen the seeds. Beware he who has the seeds controls the trees. Plant the first anew. Okay. Beat up someone to the east. I'm suspecting this is not him. I'm suspecting it's that asshole. Not a good beast. Oh my god, they follow you forever. What is behind me? It's a Spriggan. It's all of them. No, wait, it's not. These are different ones. Oh my god, they're all coming. Okay. Restore some HP. Restore some strength, I guess. I have one of those lying around. I cannot just cast Fireball. I'm gonna need a fatigue up in here. Okay, the staff is like, it's breaking. It can't take continuous use. Do I have my shield about me? Listen. I've got a few problems here. Holy crap. This was about as bad and poorly executed as it could have been. I'm having to fight like 7 Spriggans at once. Holy crap. Hey! Kill the Reichling. Kill him. He who controls the seeds. He who controls the seeds. Let me take from his pouch. He who controls the seeds. Let me. Boom. Not this sound. Oh my lord. Yeah, now I control the seeds. It is me. Y'all are some dicks. Alright, where's just like right over here. I have to plant it? Throw it on the ground? There was a clearing northwest of the tree stone where they might be planted. Was? Yes. Did it. Sick. Alright, next one. Yeah. He did that. Gifted the trees, provide nourishment and shade. Avar was tired, for the sun would only burn and the winds would not yet cool him, but he rested briefly in the shade of the trees. His legs were weary and his eyes heavy, but he continued on. Traveling to the sunstone, again the Allmaker spoke. The gentle warmth of the sun is stolen, so now it only burns. Free the sun from the halls of Penumbra. Oh, hey, that place. I remember that. And so Avar walked west over the frozen lands until he reached the halls of Penumbra. The air inside was thick and heavy, and he could see no farther than the end of his arm. Still, he felt his way along the walls, though he heard the shuffling of feet and knew that this place held the unholy beasts who would tear his flesh and eat his bones. For hours he crept along until he saw a faint glow far at the end of the hall. There, from behind a sheet of perfect ice, came a glow so bright he had to shut his eyes, lest they be forever blinded. He plucked the flaming eye from one of the unholy beasts and threw it at the ice with all his might. A small crack appeared in the ice, then grew larger. Slowly, the light crept out between the cracks, widening them, splitting the ice wall into pieces. With a deafening crack, the wall crumbled, and the light rushed over Avar and through the halls. He heard the shrieks of the unholy beasts as they were blinded and burned. He ran out of the halls, following the light, and collapsed on the ground outside. When he was able to rise again, the sun again warmed him, and he was glad for that. He traveled back to the Sunstone where the Allmaker spoke to him. The gift of the sun is skulls once again. It will warm them and give them life. Sun's like down here, isn't it? Yep. South and east. Wait, that's what you thought it was? Jesus, son. How? How could that possibly be the case? Also, what was that sound? Hey, Sunstone. Go to the west. Out. Yeah. Halls of Penumbra along this like weird line. I remember this from long ago. Penumbra we go. It's dark in here. It's a good thing that I have shaders on, because then that allows me to just like walk in and not have to worry about how dark it is. Yeah, I have shaders on for the unreasonably dark sections. This appears to be one of them. Any of y'all got an eye of flame that I can use to crack a perfect sheet of ice? Kind of begs the question of why all the other places have light in them. They should all be pitch black. What would tending ever have anything to do with how much light is in it? This is true. They could put lights in. Do. Just a chest here. Locked for 50. Well, ain't that just the magic number? Oh man, that would suck. Not having this unlocked for 50? Damn. No. Oh, I think I found it. What's up, asshole? Do I have any more, like, shitty restore healths that I can... Oh, that's not good. Look at that, a unique enemy. That's awesome. Give me that eye. It's just a ruby. I will not eat it. I will not break the game. I've thrown. I will stare at it. It is done. I am stuck. I've been unstuck. Hey, little torches. They tried, okay? You go check out the other paths. That seems unnecessary. Alright, back to the Sunstone. And then I think we have one left. Maybe not even. That might be the last one. What's up, brother? Goodbye. You can't catch me. No, I haven't done wind. Alright, gotta kill this guy before we're allowed.
Give in. You're dead already.
You've got some skills about you. And I also have 0 fatigue. Rest a little, get that fatigue back. Repair a little. Alright, the next one. New. Ivar had one final gift he had to recover, the gift of the winds. So he traveled to the Windstone, far on the western coast of the island. When he arrived, the Allmaker spoke to him, giving him his final task. Find the greedy man and release the wind from its captivity. So Ivar wandered the land in search of the greedy man. He looked in the trees, but the greedy man did not hide there, nor did he hide near the oceans or the deep caves, and the beasts had not seen him in the dark forests. Finally, Ivar came to a crooked house, and he knew that here he would find the greedy man. It's written like a Stephen King book. Or at least just the name The Greedy Man reminds me of that. Who are you, shouted the greedy man, that you would come to my house? I am Ivar of the Skull, said Ivar. I am not warrior, shaman, or elder. If I do not return, I will not be missed. But I have returned the oceans and the earth, the trees, the beasts, and the sun. And I will return the winds to my people, that we may feel the spirit of the Allmaker in our souls again. And with that, he grabbed up the greedy man's bag and tore it open. The winds rushed out with gale force, sweeping the greedy man up and carrying him off, far from the island. Ivar breathed in the winds and was glad. He walked back to the Windstone, where the Allmaker spoke to him a final time. You have done well, Ivar. You, the least of the Skull, have returned my gifts to them. The greedy man is gone for now, and should not trouble your people again in your lifetime. Your Allmaker is pleased. Go now and live according to your nature. And Ivar started back to the Skull Village. And then what happened, grandfather? What do you mean, child? He went home. No. When he returned to the village, the child continued. Was he made a warrior, or taught the ways of the shaman? Did he lead the skull in battle? I do not know. That is where the story ends, said the grandfather. But that is not an ending. That is not how stories end. The old man laughed and got up from his chair. Is it not? Maybe. Maybe he is Ivar. Windstones. It's about it ends at the fork in the river northwest of the Beastie Stone. Let's go. Ignore the combat music. It means nothing. Does Ivar have... not Ivar, sorry. Does Oblivion have fun spells for, like, fortifying your stats in some way? Like your speed or your jumping or... Like your ability to, your chance of casting spells. Does Oblivion have chance to cast spells like this game, or does it just you cast it if you have the mana? You can fail to cast in that game? It's a fucked mechanic, I tell you what. I actually think it's kind of cool. Just because your guy knows a spell doesn't mean he can cast it. I wonder if instead of like failing to cast it, I would like it if...
Like, don't.
No, like, it would just make it so that you cast it very poorly. It barely works. Something like that. The Windstone one of those? Yep. Travel south and east of the Lake of Ice to Galinshil's tomb and free the winds from the greedy man's back. You can do that in this game too. You can do that in Oblivion. Sick. South and east of the Lake of Ice to Galinshil's tomb. Have I already been there? No, I've been to Glydenhall. East of the Lake of Ice. What's the Lake of Ice? Is the Lake of Falding the Lake of Ice? Okay, I'm gonna have to assume that Lake Falding is the Lake of Ice. And that's the place I need to go southeast from to find the tomb. I have to run near like all of these to make sure I'm not missing it. This is Rimhole. It's a bit more balanced, you'd say. Okay, Grimshall's tomb. Up like here-ish? This looks tombish. Grimshall's tomb. What'd they take? Yeah, kind of for good reason, though. Oh, my staff must be... It's nice. They should not have let you continue to fortify things over and over again. At the very least, not intelligence. Like, you should... I think that fortifying something should just take the greatest value of however, like, fortifications or enchantments you've done, not add them together. What? Like, you have to be a certain level to wield it? Really? In Oblivion, the loot levels up. Alright. I think I'm okay with that. Cute. Cute, cute, cute. I'm not gonna bother looting any of these chests. Well, I mean, like, right there, you know, I don't really want to bother looting much because almost everything that I could loot is bad. There's some good and some bad about that. There's always a trade-off. No system is perfect. Yeah, if they... Yeah, that's also, like, kind of an issue. It does make it so that some places are dangerous to newcomers, as they should be. But then it makes it so that at one point, nothing's dangerous to you. Yeah, but, like, you're just kind of flying through shit in this game. You're absolutely flying through it. Even nerfing myself, like, nothing really is going to kill me. Alright, we did it. Completed all 6 rituals. Go talk to yonder dickass. Guy who decided that I needed to go run some fucking errands. At the very least, I wish there was maybe an option in games like this. I like how Pillars of Eternity, you can actually tweak it to see, like, how much enemies, if they do level up with you, if they maybe level up a couple levels under you, if they're normally way under you, or if maybe you want them to always stay a couple levels ahead of you, something like that. I think that that's super cool. I think that's almost the best of both worlds. Yo, heart thing. Did I never notice a fucking cliff racer in here before? Why do you have a cliff racer in here? There aren't any cliff racers on this island. Huh. Maybe that's... Maybe... Or, like, they keep it because, like, it looks like a dragon, you know? You never find this on here.
You were told to perform the rituals needed to restore the power of the skull. What have you done?
I did. You have completed the ritual of the gifts. I am impressed with your efforts, Outlander, but there is more to be done. Is there? You have shown a certain loyalty to the skull, and it surprises me. Tradition dictates that you now hold this, the Mace of Avar Stonesinger. This is a treasure of the skull that I do not relish giving to an outsider. Still, you have earned it. For now. Now it is time to prove your wisdom. One moment. Okie dokie. Prove your wisdom. Though I believe your heart may be one with the skull, your mind must be as well. To that end, I would have you investigate a crime. It involves 2 of the skull, and your actions may decide their fate. Angar Icemane has been accused of theft. His accuser, Rigmor Halfhand, claims that Icemane stole furs from his house. These furs were, indeed, found in Icemane's residence. The skull do not take such things lightly. We have little, and each is given according to his need. This offense is punishable by exile or sacrifice to the wolves. Icemane will surely choose the wolves. Now speak with the skull, find out what you can, then report your findings to me, so the guilty may be punished appropriately. What's up with this Icemane guy? Accused of stealing fur. He's a fine warrior and has held a place of honor among the skull for many years. It's a half-hand. Not much of a warrior, but he is a smart man and valuable member. So I gotta talk to all the skull about this now, do I? Take a break before I do.
Oh, not
You wanna...
again.
Is it the fucking combat music?